welcome to another episode here for the Funky Pod, Mindful Media and Communication. And as you see from the title, we're talking about, and I just had to pause for a second because my cats are going crazy because we can't go out right now. Usually I walk them in the morning before I record the podcast, but the pollution, the PM 2.5 pollution in Bangkok is through the roof today. It's insane. You can basically see the dust, the fog with your bare eye. It's actually blocking, like when I look out, like it's blocking the view of like what I usually see. So it's crazy. So I told them we can't go out this morning because the PM is so bad. The PM is bad. The PM 2.5, the other one, let's not talk about it. The PM is so bad. Somehow I don't think they understood. So now they're having zoomies in the background. So apologies for that. If you're into cats, you might see some cats flying around here. If not, just listen to my German accent and ignore the cat noises in the background. Okay, so we have to talk about it, right? It just happened. We have to talk about inauguration because guess who's back? Trump's back again. And if the Donald does something, he doesn't just do it. He does it big. It's big, right? The biggest inauguration and so on. So the inauguration of, which number is he now? The 47th, right? He was 45, so then 46 by 47th president wasn't just like a normal political event, like here, does swear the oath, whatever, let's go. When Trump does something, it's a crazy full-on spectacle, right? You got world leaders, tech titans, celebrities, and thank you very much, Mr. Trump, Bitcoin going wild. So, hey, you got everything. And we had a TikTok blackout like 24 hours before that sent like probably you and I know your younger siblings spiraling into like existential crises to a point where they called 911 in the US. Amazing. So hey, welcome to the Funky Pod, and we're breaking it all down now. The guest list, the absentees, especially one, two, the media circus that's around it, and what does it all mean, right? So in my first segment, I want to focus on the ceremony just for a little bit. Just because, this time it went down in the rotunda in the Capitol, right? And Trump claimed that it was the most coziest, the most elite inauguration. But hey, 750 invitees, right? It's actually a good thing because no need to exaggerate crowd sizes. You remember last time, the biggest inauguration ever. So now it's like capped at 750. No need to exaggerate. Perfect. Smart move. Well done, Mr. President. So from what you can see from the outsider's point of view, right, the vibe was everything you'd expect from a Trump event, I guess. Like glitz, glamour, power, meme-worthy moments. More on this in just a moment. So wanting to have a spectacle, delivering a spectacle, check. A big fat check. So well done. Before I dive into like the meme-worthy moments, or a few of those at least, we have to look at like the guest list and who showed up and who didn't really show up and why, maybe as well, right? So, of course, political heavyweights showed up, like former US presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, probably like mumbling like lucky, but hey, they all came. What probably led to the most awkward group photo in like a decade or so. But hey, they all showed up, okay? Showing America being united as always. Foreign leaders. I think it was I'm not American, as you know, so I think it was the first time that a president would be invited foreign leaders, I think, like actually invited them. And so he invited, and I have to look at my list now, apologies. He invited Giorgia Meloni from Italy, far-right politician, by the way. He invited Javier Milei from Argentina. And I've just been to Argentina, like end of last year. Everybody hates him. He invited Nayib Bukele from El Salvador. it's like the Avengers of right-wing populism, which is not surprising, but also a little bit surprising from like a PR point of view. Like nobody else would have done it, even if you like a bit more right-leaning. And again, not a political podcast here, but if you're a bit right-leaning, you wouldn't invite the most far right. And he didn't stop there, because he actually, and not making this a German podcast, but he also invited like German politicians, the ones from the far right party, from the AfD. I think I saw 3 or 4 of them on the guest list. So that it's not the parties necessarily in power, right? While Bukele and Milei are the presidents, like Meloni is not, and the German politicians are also, they're not even in the government, right? Yet. So, interesting move. We also had Han Cheng from China, the vice president. We had Daniel Noboa from Ecuador, Takeshi Iwaya from Japan. So some like kind of like, you know, playing it nice, or some like maybe playing it strategic, right? So makes sense. And even Liz Truss. Why? Okay, but hey, maybe political relevancy isn't required to be invited to the inauguration. More on this in just a second. Yeah, but very, very interesting long list of people attending, and not just politicians. We had like also lots of tech titans there. Elon Musk, again, making sure I don't forget anyone. Jeff Bezos, of course. Mark Zuckerberg. TikTok's CEO Shu Si Chu. You know, it's so the people who actually run the world, so they all came to say hi to their new buddy, of course. Rumor has it that actually like Musk spent more time brainstorming Mars colonies than listening to Trump's speech, but hey, he was there. And I'm curious how things are going right now, because you know the kind of like visa issue they had. But yeah, everybody was there, united. Doge, the Doge department unites again, great. We also had lots of cultural icons and influencers, and that's now where also the meme-worthy moment started. You had Conor McGregor together with the Paul brothers, and the picture that came out was the Paul brothers in a car, and in the back seat, McGregor and the Paul brothers. Man, things you only get at a Donald Trump inauguration. I had to check it like several times if that's true, if that's AI. You had Kid Rock, you had Hulk Hogan, because of course if you get booed off a Netflix show, you're welcomed by Donald Trump. And Sylvester Stallone, of course, because if you don't bring enough chaos to your own event, you just invite people who bring more, right? It's I'm hesitating because I want to criticize it, but then also it's just such a smart move to just get everybody in there, right? To like and make the normal people, like if I wasn't like in media and media studies and stuff like this, I would be like, this is hilarious. Like, look at this. This is so funny that he does that he doesn't give a flying, you know what? So props to his team for doing that. And I mean, okay, more on this in a second, but yes. There are a few notable absentees. I mean, probably on top of the list, Michelle Obama. Let's not go into the gossip mode, but if you follow the news, you probably have a good guess why she wasn't there. Nancy Pelosi, of course, her recovering from surgery, sure. Xi Jinping, because I mean, when you're the president of China, you send your VP, obviously, right? I mean, why would you go all the way? Vladimir Putin, what happened? Not invited? Not surprisingly, depending on who you're asking. Interesting. Didn't the Kremlin say like, if we were invited, we would think about coming? Interesting. Volodymyr Zelensky, I think also not there, right? Who said like, if he invites me, I'm coming. And Karen Pence just... No, she just passed. Mike Pence came solo as far as I understood. So, hey, interesting. But not a gossip podcast. So, let's move on to what actually mattered the 24 hours before the inauguration. TikTok was gone. For a whole 24 hours, Americans had to survive without TikTok. TikTok went dark for 24 hours leading up to the inauguration, and sending influencers and I know normal people who just use it all the time into like full-blown panic mode. Like memes about the TikTok apocalypse were trending on X. Half ironically, half not. I mean, there are reports that people swarmed 911 calls because they were like worried because they couldn't use TikTok. Then they flooded like another platform, like what's it called, Red something Note or what? No, that's the phone. Something, another Chinese app. Download all the Chinese apps. So hey, we don't want to give the data to China, but hey, let's all download another Chinese app. No. But hey, it's back, and I mean, Shotzi 2 is, of course, was sitting front and center at the inauguration. So all perfect timing, of course. And 24 hours later, TikTok's back because Trump, I think, signed like an executive order saying like you have more time to figure out what to do with TikTok, if you sell it or what else you might be doing. So hey, nice flex by, I think, TikTok. So the app is back. So just in time for the Paul brothers to start posting services with McGregor and Hulk Hogan, of course. I can't believe I'm saying those words. When we look at like media reaction, right? Traditional media hardly blinked or missed a beat, because that's what they do. Like they just try to go about their own day, and like they just stuck to their talking points. Let's just be honest, right? No matter what would have happened, they would have all had their talking points, right? If you're left leaning like CNN and so on, you have the talking points. If you're right leaning, you have the talking points. So no matter what would have happened, it didn't really matter. They all have their frames ready, and more on this in just a second. But of course, digital platforms exploded with like conspiracy theories about like government control, like algorithm resets, and of course, I mean, how Donald Trump saved TikTok. Okay, now all this aside, let's look at like some of the theories that are at play, and I'm gonna use, I think, 4 theories that I think are obvious here and that we discussed many times, and just interesting to see that they are always in play when it comes to politics, right? So first of all, agenda setting theory. And the media mostly focus on the guest list, not on policy. Because why? Because, I mean, let's face it, this is what gets clicks. Celebrities sell. I had it said in the previous podcast, right? One of the previous episodes about the LA wildfires, like, stop shoving celebrities down our throats. Of course they don't stop, because celebrities sell, right? That's just how it is. So the focus is all on the guest list, not on the policies necessarily. That's agenda. Like, don't tell us what to think, but what to think about. So we think about all the cool people that are there or that are not there, Michelle Obama. But let's not think about substance. Smart move. Secondly, the framing theory. Yeah, CNN, for example, just as an example, framed the event as a show of ego. Yeah, while Fox called it like triumph of leadership. I'm not laughing, you're laughing. TikTok memes then framed it as, well, content is king. Everyone sees what they want to see, right? I mean, let's leave it at that. But traditional media, of course, stuck with their existing frames. We talked about framing theory, the whole big event, and you put a frame on it so that your followers, your audience looks through the event, through your frame. Like either the frame of like show of ego or triumph of leadership. Or like, yo, cool, TikTok's back. So that's the frame that you give your audience, right? So that's the framing theory. The third one is a theory we call narrative paradigm. So Trump's anti-narrative, the outside disrupting the system, draining the swamp from the last time, was reinforced by inviting those foreign populist leaders and big tech CEOs. It's not just like an event. It's like a statement. Look who's with me. Yeah, that's the narrative paradigm. Like, look, I'm the outsider. I'm not sticking to like traditional norms, and don't just invite traditionally the people that are always coming. I invite who I want and who's with me, who's on my side. That's our team assembled. And that's That's the message he was sending. Understandable, just not sure if I want to see those right-wing Avengers altogether, but the statement itself makes complete sense from a narrative paradigm point of view. Yeah, that's what you do. So well done, Trump's team, in doing so. The last theory I brought today is called symbolic interactionism theory. And we had this before too. Yeah, it's like everything is a symbol and it all matters. So who said where, who clapped the loudest, who didn't show, symbolizes something bigger. Okay, absentees might be silent protest, might be not invited. We don't want you here. You're not part of the team. You're not in the in-group anymore. Yeah, the attendees, who's sitting where, like who spends more time with Trump and so on. It's all strategic alliances. Yeah, so symbolism is a very big part of especially political communication. You're sending signals to your allies, adversaries, and to the audience, to the crowd, to say, hey, look, Musk is that close with Trump, suck too, we can't keep using IG, sucks cool now. Yeah, so this all sends messages. So symbolism is a very big part of communication, especially political communication, and Trump's team is very good at like framing the symbols in the right way, the symbolism in the right way. So again, do I agree with it? No, doesn't matter. No, not a political show here. From a media theorist, communication theorist point of view, that's exactly how you should be doing it. If you're in Trump's team, that's exactly how you run the play. Well done. Congratulations. Almost there, but on a not personal, but hey, somewhat personal, positive note. I got a notification yesterday on the way to Thai boxing training. My cryptocurrency app is like, hey, new all-time high, Bitcoin. Ooh, on Inauguration Day. Coincidence? Maybe. The timing is perfect, of course. And I mean, okay. While I'm happy that Bitcoin goes through the roof and Ethereum and all the decent-ish coins, you can call them what you want, of course, but I mean, the day or the days before the inauguration, you're launching your own meme coins. You have like the Trump coin, and you have the Melania coin, and they went viral, and people putting millions of dollars in there. Please watch CoffeeZilla losing his nerves and losing his last brain cells when he talks over this. So check it out on YouTube right now at CoffeeZilla. My channel is way too small, but CoffeeZilla, I'm so sorry for you. I see you suffering. I'm only looking at the communication theories here and the timing and the media theories, and from a timing point of view, it's perfect to scam people out of their money. But if you really care about like protecting people, such like what CoffeeZilla does, it must be so frustrating. So Coffee, I feel for you. I feel with you. I hope you get out of the void again. you keep your wits and smarts. We need you. But yes, so okay, back to it. Great at Bitcoin spiking. Not a coincidence, of course. Trump's very pro Bitcoin, which is, I want to say great, but we see why he's pro cryptocurrency. He's also a bro, but why he's pro cryptocurrency, so that he can make his own meme coins and make money with it. I've never touched my face that many times in a podcast. If you're watching the video, apologies, but you just can't believe it. Yeah, so his pro crypto stance had the markets buzzing, of course. So investors seeing like his second term was like a green light for deregulation. Yes, great, cool, more crypto. Yes, as long as it's, decent crypto. But it's not just about Bitcoin. It's about like how markets react to political drama. And with Trump now back, Wall Street is like on that road, on that stage for predictability. That's how I wrote it down. I should have chosen another easier word. But it's not predictable anymore, right? Because when Trump says something, then it has an immediate effect because he's just so, I don't like them. And then change something and the causes crash and stuff like this. Yeah. Again, thanks for driving Bitcoin through the roof, Donald. I appreciate that. Everybody buying into the Trump and Melania coins, I hope you get out fast enough. Please don't lose your money in that scam, okay? Alleged scams. CoffeeZilla, hope you're doing well. I hope you're not in a mental institution by now. Um, so let me wrap this up now. It's been 15 minutes. It's enough to talk about inauguration in a country that I don't live in and that I don't really have anything to do with. It wasn't just a ceremony. It was my categories. Thank you, Snooze. It was a performance. It had billionaires, influencers, TikTok drama, cryptocurrency boom. Did I miss anything? Love him or hate him, the man knows how to keep everyone going, everyone talking, and the show going. Right. So what's next? I mean, more spectacles, more headlines for sure. Probably a few more meme coins. Lots of golfing probably. And we will be here for all of it. I can't wait. My podcast thanks the American people for getting Donald Trump back into office, because I'm calming Snooze, because she says it's too much about Donald Trump too, because it's going to be lots of content for everybody that analyzes media, communication, politics, and whatnot. So thank you for that. Until then, we're going to go on TikTok now. Exactly. Ready for your TikTok dance? Okay, me too. See you on TikTok. Stay safe, take care. Saudi Cup. Thank you, Snooze. That's great. And now you're quiet.